Hey everybody, how's it going? The tow rig has been a little neglected lately, and there's a couple things that I need to get fixed, and one of them is the rear wiper motor. Let's fire this thing up here a second and see what it does. So, go over here to the wiper controller. Makes a wonderful, wonderful noise. So today, we're gonna finally replace this thing. Well, Michigan decided to dump a bunch of snow on us the past few days again, and I don't have a garage, so I tried to pull a Suburban into the lean-to out back, but the snow's about 1.5 feet deep, maybe a little bit deeper over there. And we were just digging. I got it turned around and tried to back it in to the lean-to here, and we made it 6 feet from the door. And it just keeps digging now. So I guess I'm gonna work on it outside. Not like it's gonna be any colder. Just wanted to be out of the wind, but too much to ask. All right, we got Gabby helping us again today. And the wiper motor is behind this cover. It is on the back door here. It appears to be two different pieces. They're just push pinned in here. I got some tools in the lean-to. I'm gonna go grab to get this cover off so that we can get to the motor. Luckily, it's just the top panel we have to take off and not this whole lower portion. Gabby, wrap those straps up for me, please. It'd be very helpful. You can also use your fingers, but it's pretty cold out. This cover might have been off before, so these are just coming loose pretty easily. And you can see the latch mechanisms up behind there. Just grab out of their hands, pull down, and yeah, pretty much loose. Out of that. There's some push pins there, those little white ones you can see up there that the cover slides into. And if I remember right, same little alligator style clips here that hold this in. You will have to pop the hatch open for a quick minute to get this cover off here. There's normally two plastic clips here. They're obviously missing on this, and that cover just comes off, lands inside your vehicle on top of everything. So now we have access to the wiper motor, which is right there and there. So let me go inside the shed / lean-to here and see what we have to do to get this thing out of here. So this is what I got here. This is the part number. It'll probably interchange for you to any other brand. I got it from Auto Value here in town, as they are my local parts store I go to. Grab the tripod so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, so I'm not trying to balance the camera while putting this thing in. There, I got the wiper motor out of the box. Looks like it's got two 10 millimeters that hold it down at the bottom of the door there. Sometimes those have like Allen heads in them so you can get them off easier, but it looks like it's just held in by those two. And it appears it goes through the door, and this little cover, it's threaded. So we'll have to get the wiper motor off the truck. I want to plug this in a second to the power switch to make sure that this is actually functioning. All right, so I closed the hatch and the motor did something. Will it focus on it? Come on, motor, do something. No? Can I do that again? Great. Gabby, turn the motor on. All right, so fun fact, it will not function if the hatch is open or if the tailgate's open. So I think it's working because it is making noise when I turn the switch on here on the dashboard. And unfortunately, Gabby was useless on turning the switch on. So let's open the hatch again and get this old motor out after we figure out how to get the wiper arm off. All right, General Motors puts a cover over top of that, and we have what appears to be a 13 millimeter or a 1/2 inch nut here to get off. So I'm gonna go grab my ratchet and we'll get that guy off, and then we have to get this retaining nut off that's underneath. Note to self, save up for a carport. This is cold out here. All right, so that is a 13 millimeter ratchet that I got. Let's see if we can get this to break free or not. Oh, look at that. Didn't even fight me. All right, now to get the wiper arm off, there's two different ways to do it. You can try to rock it back and forth, but we have a lot of corrosion on here, and I have a wiper puller that I'm going to try to use to get this off. Well, it's a good thing I wasted all that time grabbing this wiper puller to pull it off, because I put it on and barely gave it any kind of pressure, and it popped off. But always better to be safe than sorry. I'm just gonna let her hang there. It'll probably break my sprayer nozzle, but whatever. All right, I actually decided just to disconnect the old wiper arm sprayer hose connection there. And let's try to see if we can get this off. I have a pair of vice grips if it's frozen, but I'm really surprised by this thing. The Suburban is super rotted, you know, but things come apart really easily on it, which is very, very weird. This is plastic, so you don't want to heat it up and melt it. You can probably use a socket, but like I said, got the crescent wrench or bolt rounder here. Oh yeah, and I got the motor still hanging. All right, so there's our 10 millimeter there and another 10 millimeter there. Doesn't give you very much room with this panel on, but since it's so cold out, I do not want to take it off and risk breaking it. So I'm gonna put the camera down and just use my ratchet with a 10 millimeter socket on it, and we'll get these out. All right, got a nice gaping hole from where the wiper motor was. Note to self, there's a 7 millimeter, oh, okay, camera focus, 7 millimeter doohickey under here to take this whole cover off. It's really hard to do this one-handed, so I apologize. Get this off. Same thing with this lower cover as the upper one. It's got the metal gator clip things in it. There goes my handle. Oh man, should have just taken that off in the first place. Live and learn. All right, motor is through the hole and got the two bolts in there holding it in, and got the motor plugged in for power. Remember, your cable for your latch mechanism goes on this side of the thing, otherwise it binds up if it's on the back side, because there's not enough room for it to clear here. There is a gap. That's because there is this rubber gasket that goes on the outside. So I'm gonna put the inside back together. We're gonna just put that lower cover back on, put the handle back in, and then put the upper cover in for a quick minute, and we'll get the motor on the outside. All right, when you put this cover back on, and make sure to put your little rubber gasket thing behind it to keep it nice and tight to the door. This one had a little extra little bump on it, don't know why. The other one is just disintegrated, that came off the truck. So we are just gonna put it on. I'm gonna trim it off later with a razor blade. Also built the last Duralast my butt on these stupid crescent wrench. I think it's jammed all the dang time. Probably bashing it on things also after it gets stuck is not a good idea, but hey, gets it broke free. Remember, this is just plastic, so you don't have to kill it. You just want to mainly keep the wiper motor from flopping around is what you're doing. All right, so it's good and snug or goot and tight. So we got that on there. Let's grab our wiper motor. That was sitting over here. Wiper motor, pretty easy to put on since it rests down here in the holder, so you really can't screw up your position. Get that pushed down there. Reconnect our sprayer hose. And the sprayer hose was looped around underneath here when I took it apart. So that's what I'm going to do to put it back together. This little sprayer connection actually moves, so we're good there. I left the nut over here, and the cover I think is sitting on those tires over there. So tighten that down. Gotta grab the ratchet. Nice and snug, you don't have to kill it. Yep, double checking Jesus completely tight. This cover back on. Go up in the truck and see if we have a working rear wiper now. It'd be embarrassing if it doesn't. Also, make sure you don't get your sprayer hose stuck in your cover like I just did. So, there. I don't even know if the sprayer works back here, to be honest. All right, moment of truth. Truck's on. Flip our switch. Look at that. It does wiper things. I really wish it went all the way, but it doesn't. So, hey, it's a win. So thanks for watching the video on how to replace your rear wiper motor on a 2000 through 06 GMC Suburban, Yukon XL, Denali, Tahoe, and Chevy Suburban like this is. I'm going to be doing a driver's side regulator next, and other things that we've neglected on this thing are the inner and outer tie rods. We have some fog lights to put on it since they're missing. And I need to do a tune-up, plugged in wires. So let's get this thing back going and reliable for us to go get some more projects. And also, thank you very much for watching the video. Give it a like, comment, or whatever if you want to. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want me to stop talking as much or anything you want me to show more on the videos, that would be great. And have a great day. Thank you.